All right, let's dive in. Today, we're heading to Cantabria, this amazing little slice of northern Spain that honestly packs an entire world into its borders. There's a reason they call it Cantabria Infinita, Infinite Cantabria, and we're about to find out it's not an exaggeration at all. You know that classic traveler's dilemma, right? Beach, mountains, or history. Usually, you have to pick one. But what if you didn't? What if I told you there's a place that offers all three and a whole lot more? So on one hand, you've got this stunning coastline stretching for over 220 kilometers. But just a short drive inland, bam, you're in a totally different world. We're talking wild, untamed mountains. And it's right there, in that huge contrast, that you find the real magic of Cantabria. Let's explore how these two worlds don't just sit side by side, they create something completely unique. So let's start our journey right where the land crashes into the powerful Cantabrian Sea. This incredible 220-kilometer coastline is basically Cantabria's front door, and for a lot of people, it's where the adventure begins. And what a coastline it is. Get this, we're talking about more than 90 beaches, and they're not all the same, not by a long shot. You've got everything from the bustling, lively city sands of El Sardinero in Santander, all the way to the huge, windswept dunes of the Oyambre Natural Park. Seriously, there is a beach here for whatever mood you're in. But here's a little secret about this coast. If you really look closely at the rock formations, your brain starts to see things, shapes, and faces. It's a cool phenomenon called pareidolia. The locals have even named them. There's a camel in Santander, a gorilla near the Cabo Mayor lighthouse, and even a massive whale that looks like it's rising out of the sea at Sanabria. It's like nature decided to become a sculpture here. Okay. So from the sun-drenched coast, we're going to take a turn, not just inland, but backward in time. Cantabria's landscape is just etched with these incredibly deep layers of human history, from medieval knights all the way back to the silence of prehistoric caves. Our first stop is Santillana del Mar. It's a medieval village that is so perfectly preserved it feels like a movie set. It's famous for being called the town of the three lies. Why? Because it's not holy or santa, it's not flat or llana, and it's not by the sea or mar. It's a great little riddle that perfectly sums up the charm of this place, where every single cobblestone street feels like a step into a different century. And this timeline really shows you just how deep that history runs. I mean, the story here stretches from humanity's first great artists painting on cave walls 14,000 years ago, through Roman legions building roads, all the way to Romanesque churches and grand stone houses built by noble families. Every single era left its mark. Which brings us to a pretty incredible number, 10. Cantabria has 10 UNESCO World Heritage Caves. That's the highest concentration of Paleolithic art anywhere on the entire planet. And the crown jewel, of course, is the legendary Altamira Cave. People call it the Sistine Chapel of prehistoric art for a reason. All right, now hang on, because we are about to jump thousands of years forward in time. Hidden in plain sight, Cantabria has this other artistic treasure, one that is so different, so completely surprising, it feels like it's from another planet compared to those ancient caves. So to get it, we need a quick primer on Art Nouveau. This was this huge artistic movement that swept across Europe. Think flowing lines inspired by nature, a huge focus on decoration, and just the spirit of complete creative freedom. And crazily enough, one of the best places in the world to see it is in this small Cantabrian town called Camilles. And it's all thanks to this one guy, the Marquis of Camilles. He made a fortune and then hired the best Catalan architects of his day, including the one and only Antoni Gaudí, to build these incredible fantasy-like buildings like the amazing El Capricho. And the result is that this one tiny town on the Cantabrian coast became this open-air museum for Catalan modernism. It's like they say, every corner of Camilles is an architectural masterpiece. It's just this beautiful, totally unexpected collision of cultures. Okay, for the final leg of our journey, we're going up, way up. We're heading into the rugged, untamed heart of Cantabria, into the mountains, the peaks, the source of its wild spirit. Now, this is a straight-up geographical marvel. At the top of a peak called Tres Mares, something absolutely unique happens. The snow that melts up there forms rivers that flow out to 3 different seas, the Cantabrian Sea, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Mediterranean. It's the only place on the entire Iberian Peninsula where that happens. How cool is that? And all this wild landscape means Cantabria is basically a giant natural playground. It's one of the few places on Earth where you could genuinely go skiing at the Alto Campu Resort in the morning and then drive down to the coast and be surfing by the afternoon. From hiking the Picos de Europa to exploring some of Europe's biggest cave systems, the adventure here is, well, endless. So, let's just recap. We've journeyed from the coast to the caves, from ancient art to modern architecture, and from sea level all the way up to the high peaks. We have seen firsthand the incredible contrasts that make this region what it is. We've really followed a path through all of Cantabria's different layers, haven't we? We kicked things off on its coast of wonders, finding those hidden faces in the rocks. Then we traveled deep into the past, walking through medieval towns and feeling tiny inside prehistoric caves. Then we leaped forward to find the surprising beauty of Art Nouveau, before finally getting our adrenaline fix in the region's wild, mountainous heart. So in the end, that name, Cantabria Infinita, it's not just a clever slogan. It is a reality, and it's born from these amazing contrasts. From sea to summit, from ancient caves to modern marvels, from total peace to high adventure, it is all here, packed into one unbelievable place. And that really brings us to the end. We've shown you the map, all the possibilities. So the only question left is the one that really matters. Where will your journey begin?